talk as like-minded folks about what we need to do. It's another thing to actually go out and do it. And we are the ones who are poised, whether you're elective office or just interested in politics, you're interested in public service and government, and actually making a difference compared to those who really want to tear down our government. We're the ones who actually stand for something. We're the ones who actually stand for freedom. The other side may talk about freedom, but their record is much, much different. We're a bunch of New Deal leaders, and those of us who are in this room are a bunch of pragmatic progressives. We see problems. We want to fix those problems. We want to make lives better for the people that we serve. The other side talks a lot about freedom, but when they talk about freedom, they actually mean the exact opposite. They mean taking away people's rights one by one, and we saw that with the overturning of Roe v. Wade, and we saw that even over the last few days at the U.S. Supreme Court with the arguments against the Chevron decision that go back almost 40 years, that would literally take apart our regulatory schemes here in this country. When we talk about freedom, we talk about moving our communities forward, and when you look at the record in Congress on freedom and their record of accomplishment, they have literally accomplished about 20 or 30 laws last year, many of which were namings of post offices. But that's actually by design. That's in order to show people that government doesn't work and that it can't work, and to actually have people lose faith in their democracy so that people just throw up their hands and say, see what? The American experiment doesn't work. There's no reason for us to have what we have. There's no reason for us to have what we take for granted for the last 250 years here in this country. And so by literally bringing Congress to a halt, to not even passing the basic things that they're supposed to do like budgets, or talking about the biggest issues like climate change or housing or energy, that is intended to literally bring our government and crashing it down so that people lose faith in their democracy. So what do? We as Democrats see it a little bit differently. We are the ones who want to make sure that we are fighting for the things in our local government, our state government, or our federal government. We're the ones who want to say that we are going to make sure that we are fighting for affordable housing for everyone in this country. We're going to make sure that we are fighting for education so that everyone has an opportunity to succeed in this country, no matter if you live in the poorest zip code or the richest zip code. We're the ones who want to make sure that we're cleaning up our environment and rectifying and fixing the mistakes of the past when it comes to carbon output, when it comes to changing how we've polluted our rivers and our streams and our waterways. We're the ones who want to make sure that everyone has access to health care. You think about the legacies of former presidents or even those who've been elected to office, but you think about more people than ever signed up for the Affordable Care Act over the last few days, 20 million people than ever, and that is a record. That is President Obama's legacy. The legacy of Donald Trump is one in which he wanted to overtake this country and cause a coup so that we didn't have the peaceful transfer of power. You juxtapose one legacy over the other legacy, and you can see who actually stands for freedom. And so that is our mission right now. So besides of those of us who are policymakers, working to make sure that we do make life better for the American people, and those in our states and those in our communities, we need each and every one of you, even if you're not in elective office, to speak up, to stand strong, and to make sure that we get the truth out as to who is actually fighting for freedom in our country. Who are the ones who are actually trying to solve the problems that are so dear to us and that concern our peers and our neighbors. So please make sure that when you are thinking about or looking at this campaign this year in 2024, that you are working as hard to save our democracy. Because we can talk about a freedom agenda, We can talk about education, housing, healthcare, the environment, and so many other issues, but none of that matters if we don't have a functioning democracy. If we don't have members of Congress and the United States Senate who actually want to get stuff done, rather than bring everything to a halt and make it look like government can't function. If we have a president who says, I will be a dictator on day one, none of this matters. None of these issues matter unless we save our democracy. But I feel very confident that the American people will see it the right way, that you all will use your voices, whether you're talking to your friends or your families, whether you're on the phones, whether you're writing postcards, whether you're sending texts, whatever you're doing, that you are out there working to save this democracy, because it is worth fighting for. We may not be perfect, but we're the best that's out there. And we will only get better if we all work together in pursuit of freedom and democracy, and ensuring that everybody has the voice that they deserve to move our country forward. Thank you so much.